I mean, no, this is nowhere near Lord of the
Of
Rings.
course, yes. I just want your opinion on Jeff Goldblum. Here's the devil's anus.
Welcome to the Nerd House with your hosts JD51, Ash, and Jay Slick. On this episode, the Nerd House reviews Marvel's Thor Ragnarok.
All right, we just watched Thor Ragnarok.
It's not a bad movie. It's just not as good as the other two Thor movies.
Right. I would agree with you. This movie, to me, I classify it as the beginning of the end of good Marvel movies. Because it is a movie that should be more serious because you're talking about the destruction of Asgard. But it's everything in it is too silly.
The soundtrack is also not like any other Thor movies.
Right, yes. And I don't mind the way it looks. I don't mind the way it sounds. My problem is this is the beginning of every time you have a serious moment, you have some kind of joke. So the things that I should hold as important have no weight.
I like the scenes with Thor and Loki and their father. I really loved that scene when Thor, spoiler, finds out Loki's alive. Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting.
The way he does it, too, because I thought that was actually his father.
When I watch this movie and you start it, I forget who all the actors that are in it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you have Sam Neill, Matt Damon, others.
Yeah.
But
I don't know who any of those are.
it's okay. I will say also this movie starts to feel like the era of the
Goofy.
well, not just the goofy, but the actors who are standing in front of green and blue screens and everything around them is just created, and so they're not really in the environment. Mm-hmm. At times that kind of becomes distracting, and it really feels like they're just action figures placed in a make-believe realm.
Yeah.
And so that can be off-putting. I like Thor. I love his character. I like where he goes. To me, he's good in the next film, and then his character's pretty much over. Loki, I enjoy him in this film. Hulk is good. Banner is good. There's good dialogue and banter between Banner and Thor. At times, it just goes a little too far at times. I really like Anthony Hopkins' character. However, his death to me is too fast. They find him by the help of Doctor Strange, and then he just kind of vaporizes without really much, to do. And then all of a sudden, poof, Hela appears, and the movie starts, really.
I thought they did a good job of making it why Hela appeared as soon as he died.
Yes, it was just really fast, without too much warning. And then, of course, she just appears as a black cloud, and then she walks out of it, which is it's so imaginative. I feel bad for Carl Urban because 90% of the movie, he's just walking around with his eyes wide, just watching Hela, and he has no real role. And even when he comes to save the day towards the end, it's kind of his character has not been important enough to matter.
Is that Scourge or
Scourge, yeah. And so it's just kind of a disappointing character arc. Like he does redeem himself at the end, but you didn't care about him. He was goofballs at the beginning anyway. So felt bad for him. Enjoyed the final battle where Thor and the Valkyrie fight Hela, and you have the song. So I like the moment with the Led Zeppelin's Immigrant Song. When it plays, it's just kind of anticlimactic. It's fun. It's a good visual watch. Is it better than Thor 2? Maybe it's the same, just slightly less. The problem with Thor 2 is, to me, the ending is terrible. The movie Thor 2 is good, but the ending is terrible. This one, to me, has the feel of the direction we're now going to take. Marvel is not serious, laughs, and anything important we just destroy with the destruction of Valhalla. I mean, not Valhalla.
Asgard.
Asgard. Because it was so beautiful in the first Thor, and it was grand and epic, and you have the coming of Ragnarok, and it's just destroyed very quickly. And then you have the beautiful saying by Rock Guy at the end where he says it can be rebuilt as long as the foundations are good. And that's a beautiful moment, but of course it's destroyed a second later when it blows up, and he says, "Oh, yep, can't do that now." So I feel like that's kind of summarizes the movie, where it's like, this is an important moment. Here's a joke. Allah, here's the devil's anus.
I do think, though, like, I like the theme of sometimes you have to give up the thing you think is most important to find and save what truly is important.
Yeah.
Like, Thor, thinks his homeland is the be-all, end-all, and he has that patriotism towards his homeland. But he realizes that it's not the land, it's not Asgard, it's the people that make up the kingdom that are truly the heart of it.
Yeah.
And he realizes he has to sacrifice the city to save the people. And I think I think what I do appreciate in this movie is, yes, you've got some goofiness and you've got some things that are probably a little more funny than they should be. But I feel like you have this good core of you're seeing Thor become a more mature
Yeah, I can see that.
king, like in taking on the throne. He never wanted the throne.
Right.
And realizing that part of growing up sometimes is letting go of what you think might be your dream for the greater good.
Right.
And then realizing that, hey, this was the better dream all along.
Right.
And so I think you get there are these Return of the King vibes that you, like Lord of the Rings, Return of the King moments where he's the hesitant king. He doesn't want it.
Right.
But you see him grow into realizing that he's going to have to step into this role, and he's going to have to, out of his siblings, sometimes you have to take a role that you didn't necessarily want because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And, I mean, no, this is nowhere near Lord of the Rings.
Of course, yes.
But I think you have that little bit of a thread, and I think that's what keeps the movie from delving into just silliness.
Yeah. You're correct. There is that. It does have a backbone of Thor, his brother, and who they are, their relationship, and Thor's growth into becoming a king. And that moment when he loses his eye, some character says, "You look more like your dad," or something like that. I think it's Hela.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
She says, "You remind me of Dad."
Right, but he wants to be the good part of Dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is also the beginning of girl bossing. And what is girl bossing? It means you have a character that's a female that cannot be hurt, that can overpower any man, and has no weaknesses. And it seems like, although I like Valkyrie, I can not remember her name, but she's one of the Valkyrie.
Scrapper 142.
Scrapper 142. I like her character, but she is able to handle Loki, which no character has really been able to do. Like, she, in hand-to-hand combat, she pins him down.
The only one that's done that was Hulk.
Right. Oh, yeah, when he in the first Avengers movie.
And
then...
they created that scene in this one a little bit.
Right. And so she's kind of this pre-girl boss. And, of course, it's not as bad in this movie as it becomes Captain Marvel. But it's the same thing with Hela. She's more powerful than Thor. She's more powerful than Loki. No one can defeat her. She's the ultimate threat.
But she's supposed to be, though. She's
I know.
the goddess of death.
Right, but she has no weakness. The only thing you can do is cut off her power source, which is Asgard. And so she can't. She's a female character that can't be defeated, basically. And while it's not as bad here, it's the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Any thoughts on what your favorite parts were?
I like the parts with Thor and his father.
Yeah. To me, that's what makes the first movie so good.
A lot of this movie kind of blended together in some ways.
Yeah. I can see that. Do you mean as in it's hard to remember important moments because it's all kind of just
The same
equal?
thing almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I do think cast wise, I think you've got a good cast. You know, Thor and Loki are classic at this point. But I think Valkyrie, they did a good job with who they cast for her.
Oh, yeah.
I
She
feel
was
like
fantastic.
I do like that you get the little bit of background as to why she is the way she is. Like, you know, that she's the only one left. I kind of wish that if they were going to introduce her, that you might have gotten, like,
Right.
even just hints in, like, paintings on walls or something of a mention of the Valkyrie and what happened previously.
Maybe even
To-
a hint in like the first movie of like maybe like just one character says.
Yeah, or
like,
even if he
"You're
said
gonna-"
something to Jane, I see the heart of a Valkyrie in you, or something, you know, I feel like that would have made her
She would have more weight.
more heart
Yeah.
into it, because at first you just get that, you know, you're just like, I don't know. I think it would have made you care a lot more
Right.
about seeing her redemptive arc. And I
Yes.
am glad that she does, you know, that moment when she frees Thor and Banner and she brings them back to Thing and she says, I'm tired of running
Yeah.
and not standing for anything.
Yeah.
I want to stand for something
right.
again.
She
And
has
it's
a good moment.
it's a very good moment, and
Right.
I think it could have had a little more weight if you had just an inkling somewhere in the last two movies of
They were an
who they
important
were.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that may be in the comics, but again, if you're coming in from just the movie world, I think
Yeah.
you would have benefited from that a little bit, and I think that I think Kate Blanchett was a great Hela. I think she does a good job with the part, and I don't mind the surprise you have a sister kind of thing.
I don't
I-
know.
I mean,
that
it's-
wasn't my favorite.
It was okay.
And she's greater than all of you.
I mean, she's the firstborn, so I kind of get the strength
Struggle.
kind of thing a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah.
But I do wish that, again, that there was even just a passing, like when he saw the struggle between Thor and Loki, you know, even if he had a line in one of those other movies about, I don't want to make the same mistakes.
Right.
And he's like, what are you talking about? You know,
Yeah.
like just this, you could have had a little throw off line that, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just as something to build the world a little bit better, because it was almost
Well, a
just
foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that is the problem with this film, is it doesn't have the foundation of who the Valkyrie are, doesn't have any kind of foundation who Hela is. You're just told in the first 15, 20 minutes, they exist.
Yeah.
You know? I do love the moment, and it ties it in with all the Avengers movies, where Hulk is chasing Thor, and they land on the Quinjet, and for whatever reason, there's a glitch, and Black Widow's message pops up, and that's what triggers.
No, it's not a glitch. He presses a button to pop it up.
I am so sorry. However, it happens. Black Widow's message pops up, and it triggers Hulk to remember that moment and turn back into Banner.
Yeah.
To me, I love that moment because it reminds you of the past.
Yeah. Like
And
that
the
moment
sweetness
in the
of those
woods.
moments. And regardless of what you think about Age of Ultron, Bruce cares about her,
Yeah.
right? And there's a part of him that misses her. And that's what brings him back. And I really love that moment.
Yeah, the dynamic between the two of them has always been a really sweet part, you know, and like you said, it does take you back to that moment in Ultron where she's in the woods and she does the whole
Right.
the sun is getting low kind of
Yes.
thing, and
Now,
that brings him down then.
yes.
And so I've always thought the relationship between the two of them is really sweet and cute. And
Well, especially after the violence and terror of the original Avengers. Like, she is horrified to be pursued by him. And then she becomes kind of the key to help calm him down. And then you see later that he grieves her, you know. Now, they should have left it there, and Thor should have stopped saying the line, "The sun's getting low," because they tried to do that at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And it's just
I like it because Banner is even like, stop saying it.
Just stop. I do love the reveal of Hulk in the arena. I think Josh, Jay Slick, you even said that came out of left field, and you were surprised that it was Hulk. You had no idea that was Hulk. Yes, you did.
I love it.
Okay.
I know him.
I know him.
From
He's
work.
our friend from work. And then I love Loki's reaction when he sees who it is.
Like, oh,
because
no.
the last time he was with Hulk, he was beaten to death,
Yeah.
basically. So that was, and he's like, I've got to get off this planet. So there are great moments, but again, it doesn't leave me with any kind of personal reflection of any kind of deep character building. It's just a decent movie that was hugely successful. And everybody thought, this is what the people want. And therefore, they started to make films like this. And that's not how it should have been seen. It should have been seen as kind of a one-off. And you can't do the same thing in every film, if that makes sense.
I will say, I do like one more character that I really love is Heimdall. He's great.
Yeah.
Like, I love
yes.
Heimdall. And I think that, like...
He's the most consistent character in all
throughout all the
films.
movies. Yeah, and you've seen him be the super loyal guard in the first one. You see him being removed in the second one.
Well, he's loyal to Thor.
Yeah. And then,
right.
he gets removed from the
Right.
thing for a while from the second one and then put back. But then...
He is the guardian of the
in
people.
this one, he is. And it's not just that, like, he truly cares about his kinsmen and is, wants to share. He's almost like John the Baptist. He's the one that goes before.
Right. I like that. I just want your opinion on Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum has made a lifetime of
A career.
of playing Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
And he does it fantastically.
That's what I was gonna say.
He was
Jeff
born to play the role of himself.
Exactly.
That's what I was gonna say. Jeff Goldblum
Yes.
is very good at playing Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
I mean, you could take the Grandmaster and throw him into Independence Day, into Jurassic Park, into Hot Ones, and it's the same thing. It's the same character.
Yeah.
So he has made
Right.
And just different costumes, same thing.
And I feel like the director was like, "Don't try to act.
Just be you.
Just read these lines like it's you."
Yeah.
Was it too much Jeff Goldblum? Do you think?
Jeff Goldblum.
Like maybe just a little too much Jeff Goldblum?
Maybe because we have recently watched
His interview.
the interview and Independence Day,
Independence
so
Day.
maybe we're a little over Jeff Goldblum.
Maybe. I do
but
love him.
It's just
I just don't think you can take all Jeff Goldblum all the time.
I don't think I realized how much that's all he is.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's,
him.
Yeah, it's not like you're going, you know, if he's ever in a movie, it's like, that's Jeff Goldblum. You could dress him up as anything and you know it in a
exactly.
heartbeat.
Yes.
All I have to do is hear his voice and I know who it is.
It's like how I can hear any song and be like, that's Gavin DeGraw.
Okay.
He's Jeff Goldblum.
Yes. All right. When it comes to gospel moments, I do see a faint image of Christ in the church as you have Heimdall and others discussing that the Asgard is not the location, it's the people.
The church is not a building, it is the people.
Right. So I think that is a good moment and a good, what do you say?
That's not what I was originally going to
Theme
say.
of the end of the film, at least. I still hate that Asgard got destroyed because it was probably the best visualized location in the Avengers movies that I can think of. It needed to have a really grand farewell.
I mean, I think you do see some redemption in Valkyrie. I think you see her overcoming a past and rising up to be redeemed. I think you see Hulk's battle with the Inner Man.
Right.
Hulk versus Hulk.
And I think that, you know, in a way you do have that Christ-like figure in Thor, not necessarily in his sacrificialness, but in his, he finally realizes, like, I've got to stand up and take on this mantle and protect these people and
Yeah.
do this thing. So I think you do see that a little bit.
I do like his faithfulness to Asgard.
Yes.
And he's on a mission throughout the film to go save Asgard. He's not going to be distracted from that. And we just got through talking about Jesus and the wedding at Cana and the discussion between him and his mom. He's on a mission, and he's not going to be dissuaded from that.
Yeah.
So that is the path that the film takes, is can he get back there? And he is diligent to see it through to the end.
And to do
No
his
matter the
father's will.
cost.
And to do his father's will pertaining to
Right.
Asgard. So I do think you have a little bit of that relationship there. So, I mean, don't think you see the sacrificial servant
It's
that
not
we see in a lot
clear.
of movies.
Yeah.
But
And
I do
that's
think
why
you
we
can
don't-
pick out some other gospel
Right.
elements.
And I think that's why, for me, I don't walk away from this film going, that was fantastic.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
I do think
It's
a lot of
kind
times
of a mid film.
those movies that you say that was absolutely like those 4.5, 5-star movies.
Right.
They seem to always have that clear sacrificial Christ moment.
Yes. At least for the Nerd House.
At least for the Nerd House.
All right. Let's do our rating system. Let's review. So 5 kittens means it's a near perfect film. If not perfect, again, hard to have a perfect film. 4 kittens means great film, but not perfect. 3 kittens means it's a mid film, middle of the road. 2 kittens means I will rewatch it. It's okay, but I'm in no rush. And 1 kitten means I'll never watch this film again. So, Ash, do you want to give us your rating?
All right, so our ratings, on our kitten scale, I'll go first. I think it's a 3 kitten. It's a weak 3 kitten, but it's a 3 kitten.
Yeah. Those cats need to go to the doctor and get some shots. They got hookworms.
Oh no.
Jay, there's a little parasite that gets in your body and you see it in their poop. Anyway,
Yeah.
Jay Slick, how many kittens you giving this?
I'll give it a 3. It's a 3. It's a kitten that needs to be heavily potty trained, but it's a kitten.
Okay, this cat still pees on the floor. I'm going to agree with the rest of the Nerd House. I'll give it a 3. It's a middle-of-the-road film. We discussed that we would probably give this a 2.5, but we don't split kittens here. So we give it
Here's half
a
a kitten.
middle-of-the-road, 3 kittens in a box film. It's rough because it's not a movie I'm going to... It's like Thor 2. I will rewatch the first Thor somewhat regularly, but Thor 2 and 3 probably not as much.
Like, we watched this one because you need it going
yeah,
into Infinity
you need
War.
this film, but it's not great.
Yeah. So
I do
it's a
like
necessity watch.
The addition of the guy in this movie and in Guardians.
The addition of the guy.
The gray-haired guy.
Describe this character.
He was the guy who cut his hair.
Oh, that's
Stan Lee. He's in every Marvel movie
yeah,
until
he's
he
the
died.
creator. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in all of them?
Yes.
Yes. Like in the other Thor movie, when it goes onto the planet and there's like a bunch of astronauts standing
Yeah,
around,
he's
he's
on the
sitting
planet.
there. Like he's
No, that's
Telling
in
stories.
Guardians.
okay in Guardians, wherever.
Yeah.
He's in like he
Yeah.
has a cameo in every Marvel movie
Yes.
until he dies.
All of them?
Yes.
I think, whoa.
I thought it was just those two.
No.
He's there, so you can be looking for him now. It's so funny. I really like that guy. Well, I know
Yeah.
him.
I think I know who it is.
Yeah. All right. All
If
right.
you want a great podcast, listen to Marvel vs. DC on Business Wars. It's awesome.
Can we promote other podcasts?
No.
No.
It's not legal.
There's
Why
only,
is it not legal?
There's only the Nerd
Copyrighted.
House.
Copyright.
I'm just saying, if you want to listen to a good podcast about Stan Lee and Marvel and DC, that's a great one.
Right. I'll allow that.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Nerd House. Make sure you click that bell and subscribe.
I know him.
I
He's
know
my friend
him.
from
He's our
work.
friend from work.